Yep, SBEA will be interesting today because the bids are all over the place. It's popping up and down. Okay, so I have my entry. It's still a small entry because this is a pretty volatile stock. I know it's going to be all over the place, but still initial entry. $11.99 on that one. In fact, this is the alert I initially got in at. So once you're late, it's already made, say, one pop up, another pop up, another big move, and this was the third move. So this is now you're getting into the fourth and fifth move pre-market. It's really late, so you really want to be careful. So as I say, I'd expect a big sell-off, and it'd be nice to be a part of another swing high after a sell-off. I mean, here's the trend line that my code is throwing. I could draw a separate trend line closer to the actual action, which is this one here. This one may be more valid given the it's made a few touch points, including the 8 o'clock blitz touch point. So that this could be a really good example of a good touch point or a good valid trend line. Something to watch for as it pulls back, and that would be a safer entry. This is about the point where fear of missing out kicks in, and a lot of people get excited. Been there myself. I get excited and say, "Oh, I want to jump in," but if you saw that little blitz that just happened there from 1276 dip to 1234, the sad reality is the market will react to retail traders, and the moment I trade, it doesn't matter how strong and how much momentum it looks like it has and how bullish it looks right now, the moment I place my trade, suddenly all of that changes. And it really sucks because you're seeing what's happening, but retail traders, we mess up the markets. We purposely cause these reactions in the markets to what we do, and so it's not a coincidence that the moment I enter, that this entire move would not look the way it is. I'm pretty certain that the moment I entered, had I entered at 1260, this entire chart would have looked completely different. You wouldn't see this high to 13. In fact, I would see some sell-off. So it doesn't really matter that we're seeing new highs. It's often smoke and mirrors sometimes. So to be safe, don't let the fear of missing out take over. As much as it sucks to watch this pull away from you and not be a part of it, you really have to control those emotions and wait for that better opportunity at a better price. Give me a better price and I'll buy it. So to the downside, the target is 13.18. What we don't really want to do is just simply catch the falling knife. If it decides to get away, it could just crash. We really don't know the future on this thing. So I want to see it pull back and then show signs of strength and recovery, not just a single pop back up like it's doing right now. That's the danger in trying to just make assumptions. We need to see a base sort of form. I mean, we can take a look at this red candle here, this doji. We can say, we can create a hypothesis like this was a moment of indecision on the way up, and consider that as maybe a place where it might think again since it broke through it. So I want to see a reaction to that level. So the high right now is 1460 in the pre-market. There's going to be some traders that want to buy the break of that, and if you're fast enough, there's opportunities there, but personally I'd be a little nervous about doing that, buying so high. You might get a quick, in fact you might get something really nice. Who knows, this thing could go to 15, 16 easily, with the amount of volume it's getting right now. But again, I always try and look at the downside and manage risk that way. 30 seconds to open. Stay safe. Take a little bit off there. There's a lot of selling out of the gate, of course, to be expected. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit there. It's into that suspected demand zone. Again, I still have tiny size, so not going to be stressing, but let's take off a little bit there. There we go. Take off a little bit more there. Take off a tiny bit here. Oh yeah. Take off a little bit more here. And I think it's going into a halt. Yep. Giddy up. I'll hold it out. I'll hold out. Oh yeah, that's just beautiful. Right now the bids are around mid to high 16s. I got a little bit left, tiny bit left. I started selling out half, so I got a little bit left. I'm gonna get out here. Good enough. No point getting greedy. It was a really nice start to the morning. So no matter what it does, that was a nice move. Gotta celebrate the wins when you can, because you can't get everything. You can't peg the top, you can't peg the bottom. You'd be really lucky if you do. At least not consistently. Once in a while, sure, but so when you get an opportunity like this, last thing you want to do is get greedy, jump back in thinking you're going to be indestructible, that you're invincible, because more often than not I end up wishing I had stopped trading after a big win. I'm going to keep the screen up, but I'm going to step away, sort of keep myself in check from doing anything too crazy. It could run again, but it could always just tank now. So I'm not going to set any expectations. I'm going to just relax for a bit, chill out, and take a look again in a little bit. Thanks for watching The Motley Trader.